Hi, this is Jacqueline here with the Grow Program. Thank you for growing with me on today. When I called it the Grow Program, that's what it is. It's a program, it's a show, it's a movement, it's a concept, it's a way of life, it's a way of thinking. Each and every day, you put God over all, and God shall be over all in thee. We've been on a journey. I'm telling you, we have been on a journey from the time that I made the first Grow video, the first Grow podcast. It's been a journey, and I can go back sometimes and listen to one of those old episodes. It don't matter what day it is, honey. It applies. It's just like somebody calling you up and want to tell you some good news, some wisdom. Let's listen for a minute. I got something I want to tell you. You just be quiet. See, we know it all. We already know. I know. I see. Just like, let me tell you something. I always want to tell you something. I know, but one day I was talking to a relative of mine, my cousin, and she told me, see, because I ain't got nothing to hide except, I don't want to put nobody's name out there, whose name don't want to be out there, unless it directly affected me and my life. I'm tell you what he did, that Brian Hunt. I tell you about him. The other ones, they were failed by oppression. But this one right here, he just going out deliberately, tearing people's lives up. These over here, they under this cloud over their mind, that they can't do better, that this is their life, in this cycle. The definition of insanity, doing the same thing, expecting different results, thinking keep on going through this, and you gonna come up. No, you're not. You just feeding on off into the spiritual warfare. Just steady going on that merry-go-round there. You need to get off of there. Only you can stop it. You got the great mind God gave you, because when you get through going through rehab, that's what they gonna tell you. It's all in your mind. They gonna have you go and sign up for these meetings. See, you have your own meeting with the Lord. You ain't gotta take 12 steps, just take 3, G-O-D. That's what I did. I didn't have time to go 12 steps. I ain't had time for that. I had a job. I had 5 kids that I'm raised kids over 30 years. Finally to raise this one up. Okay, here come the grandbaby. And that's something else. That's another story within itself. God is moving. God is making a way, because, see, I got to dedicate my life to grow, for the people. I got to dedicate my life for him, for tomorrow, today. So look, we got to make way. It takes a village, honey. It takes a village. You hear me? So come on, villagers. They coming through. God is moving. God is making a way for the villagers, to get it together right now as we speak. Because I've been meditating and praying over it. This situation, you got to have God in it. I had my grandbaby. Now he'll be 9 this year. I've had him. I love him. God got me on a mission. I just came back from the motherland. I'm here growing, to lift the world for my grandbaby, because a child is hope. A child is God's ray of hope for tomorrow, today. When you look at a baby, that's just unconditional love. So a child is the reason that we are growing. We grow for the children because they look at us. They always looking. You don't think they watching you. You can duck and hide all you want to. They gonna find you. They know what you do. They may not say it, but they know. These kids smart, honey. They smart as they can be. They smart. They tell you some things, But look here, and I'm telling you, even mine, they didn't have all them latest electronics and different things. They didn't have all that stuff. I didn't have it, but I knew what Mama was doing. That's why I took her cigarette butts in the bathroom. I watched her. So these kids are watching us, And I'm telling you, my brother caught me too in there. And he laughing. He fell all out in the ground laughing, when he caught me. And I begged him not to tell. But he went and told anyway. He did, I bribed and gave him candy, but he went anyway and told. But, it's okay. We grow. That's what we do. We grow. We all did silly, childish things. We all did. I'm telling you, we got a story to tell for them childhood years. Thank God for those years. Thank God for the years that are coming. the years in which we are growing. Thank God for this day, for this beautiful life that God has given us. Thank God that we're able to hear the birds sing. Thank God we're able to look at the beautiful sky. Thank God for life. Whatever your situation, Philippians said, I shall find myself content because I know that my cup shall runneth over as I seek God. Put God first over all. Put God first. Put the tracker on God. Take the tracker off of him, honey. I did that too. I just about ran myself crazy with that tracker. Honey, that tracker ain't the breakthrough. Put the tracker on God. Worry about where God at. Let's see what God want me to do today. God, what we gonna do? See, because when they come at you, you gonna come back at them with love. No matter what they say, you come back with love, honey. Throw love their way and see, shut that situation down. Just go ahead and shut it down. As I saw the baby, went out there and told a lady, she parked right there in the driveway, parked right there at the house. And the lady come from the other way and told her she can't park there. And the baby, little 3-year-old baby, go out there and say, this is my auntie and she can park here and she can do what she wants. She said that and told the lady, and the lady said, well, that's tough, lady, and the lady told the baby, that's tough, lady, and walked off. But the baby shut the argument down, came out there with love. I love my auntie. She can park here if she want to. Leave her be. And so we can learn a lot from a child. That baby went out there and shut that argument down. We can learn a lot from a child. Watch those children. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Because look, my grandbaby, that's what we doing. Only thing my daughter, she had to change his name. She had to change his name because some foolishness. And so now his name, she changed to something else and he don't like it. So, he's still going by his nickname. But, we have to right the wrongs. You got to WRITE the wrongs. When it's wrong, you got to right the wrongs. But I'm tell you something. Everything shouldn't be said. Some things should be left unsaid. Just because you can don't mean you should. If it's gonna hurt someone, if it's gonna break someone, that's what your goal, your purpose is to break them. Because then you're gonna break you. You break too. You're gonna break you too. Because God is watching you. So I'm telling you, whenever you get ready to go pray for God, whenever you get ready to go pray, God already knows. God already knows your heart. But see, are you coming at God for the right reasons? Are you coming at God just for you? Because I used to pray to God as God watched over me my whole life. God watched over me and protected me. And has God watched over me my whole life? I made all these plans, did all these things, got myself caught up in some mess, planning, making plans, doing me. But honey, even in the end, God showed me that all I needed was God. I went all the way to the motherland. All I needed was God. God provided for me my daily bread. I couldn't take that no United States money nowhere and trade it in. It's places you can go over there, but you got to know where to go, and driving around, it's like impossible driving around over there. They don't really have no roads down in the villages, they just make a road, they run all up on the sidewalk, storefront. People know how to duck and dodge them cars. It's busy 24/7. I'm telling you, it don't sleep. It's always busy. They coming and going. They making it do what it do over there, honey. They ain't getting no government handouts. They over there working. Those people are working, making it happen. They got their little stores, their little restaurants, whatever. They're in the village. But also, God showed me, that has been Him all along, and it's not just one Holy Spirit. It's Holy Spirits around us. Those who we have lost, they are still with us. They are of God who gave them, but they are still with us. Their love, their legacy, we carry on as we grow. Pick up their legacy to carry with you, to help you overcome, help you get through. Lean to the Lord. Lean not to your understanding. Don't take the scripture and twist it all up different kind of ways to fit what you doing. Come out of them okie doke spiritual warfare games. Stop doing that merry-go-round, sit and spin. As I was going over there, it was so beautiful because after I got the number to put into for the travel permit, I put everything the way it's supposed to be. I put my birthday, I put everything right. And it came up, bam, there go the travel permit. I showed the ticket agent. That's their name. I showed the ticket agent, and he gave me my boarding pass, and I was just so happy. I'm like, Lord, but God, look at what almost happened. I need the telephone. That's my telephone number. Won't even take my telephone number, and that just really puzzled me. That puzzled me so that couple come up and gave me that number to put in there, and now we grow. And then it went through that I didn't even pay for the travel permit. Even though my birthday, she saw it. My birthday right there, I put the birthday in. I ain't no child. I'm a child of God. That's why I went through. God made it go through. Because, see, when I got over to her, she was so surprised that went through. She looking at the paper, looking at me. She said, this is a permit for a child. It's free. But you got it free. And she looking at it and looking at me. She just puzzled as I was. I was puzzled. I don't know how it worked. I didn't make it. I put my birthday in and submit. That's what the button say. Submit this information. We're going to send it through. But it's going to go to God first. See, God going to make it. God going to turn the plan around for him. For you, because God is glorious, and in God we are victorious. So God gonna turn it around for you. She looked at that paper, she looked back at me, and she the one that gave me the breakthrough. She said, "Go and enjoy yourself, honey." Because I'm telling you, I was strapped. I borrowed from Peter and Paul, and Jesus, Johnny, and them all. I'm telling you, because we on the dream team growing for God, honey. I leaned. You hear me? I leaned on the Lord. I prayed, and God made a way. Even in the end, standing at the ticket, I got to have a travel permit. I done got the visa. I done did all this. COVID test, medical examination. Thought I had to have a yellow fever shot, but didn't have to have that because, I asked them, I said, did you get the yellow fever? No, we ain't got no yellow fever. I didn't need that. Got over there. I was getting ready to take that too. I was getting ready to go. I had an appointment to go get the yellow fever shot. I thought I needed that. And I got over there. I didn't get bit by not one mosquito, not one. And for a day or two, I put that stuff on and I forgot after that because we was busy. We was on the go. We was going seeing things. We had different sites and different places. And we actually sat in on a little meeting. They over there. He got a little group and they were talking. We were waiting to try to print something off. And they were talking. And these Nigerians, and they sitting together, they congregating about how they getting ready to come up, how they getting ready to do some things in God, young people. And so, see, that's what I'm saying. Over there, you got to, it's evil everywhere. But honey, you got to grow out the evil. You got to drive it out of there. You got to grow the evil. Because see, when she looked at me and she said, this is for a child. And she looked at me and it was like the Spirit of God just came over her right then and there in front of my face. Her frown turned into a smile, and she was smiling a beautiful smile of faith. She told me to go and enjoy myself. Here you go. Handing me back my boarding pass. I'm telling you something, when you're trying to leave this country, you go through a lot of checkpoints. You go through a lot of people, and in each checkpoint, somebody could say no and turn you away. But honey, I just kept going step by step by step. And then I got on through, through the customs, got on, because you can be through on the other side and you still got to go through customs. Honey, these people ain't playing, about keeping stuff, where it's supposed to be. And make sure people ain't doing the wrong thing when we supposed to be doing the right thing. But honey, each checkpoint, you got to go through checkpoints trying to get back. Hey, look, I was born over here, but you got to get through checkpoints as you coming back through here. You just, it breeze on through. Like you're going through. You got to go through. Even coming back, they look at me and see you got to have that passport. Honey, that passport went with me everywhere I went. Everywhere I was, I had that passport on me. I didn't have it in my hand. I had it in a very special spot. See, because Mama showed me some different things. So, you got to keep certain stuff close by. Because I also learned, when years ago, before I had babies, somebody stole some money from me when I was staying at a hotel. And it just taught me that no matter where you live at, no matter where you be, it's somebody over you that can come and do what they please. Because she sure told me, she said the lighthouse belongs to me and I come in anytime I want to, and so I'm going to pay you to stay here. I'm going to pay your mortgage to stay here for you to come in when you want to. Oh, okay, I see how this goes, not how it grows, because how it goes is some foolishness, because you're supposed to be able to have peace of mind. That's one thing you're supposed to be able to have where you live, is to be left alone, to have peace of mind, to do what you need to do. But honey, I told you ain't no peace at the lighthouse. The cat gone, the spirits are in there, they're going off, doing different things. Honey, I can ignore them because there used to be a time, honey, ain't no way I would have been up in here. Child or no child, we leaving here and we getting up out, we got stronger. We dealt with it. But honey, if I was here by myself, because see, she like to go over her friend's house sometime. If I was in here by myself, do you know, wait a minute, I ain't tell you this. Honey, I'm telling that cat was so possessed. Do you know that when she left and went over her friend's house, I wasn't doing it at first. But honey, I told you he got worse. He started cutting up and clowning. He was running, and when she would leave, he would run on the linoleum and scratch the linoleum, run up and down steps, just up down the steps, constantly stopping and staring at me. And honey, I had to lock him upstairs in her room, to keep him. And I had to fix the door because he will beat on the door. Even though the door locked, he'll beat on it, dig all up under there under the carpet. I videoed him doing that one day. But honey, it's hard to find peace. Can you find peace? Where's peace? Have peace with you. Just have peace. Just wherever you be, let there be peace. Wherever you be, let there be love. And wherever you be, there shall be God. God is within thee. God is within thee. Sow love as you grow. Sow love outwardly. The ripple effect. We're going to ripple love. The pebble done went in. It done went in. It done hit the fan. But I'm telling you, don't you go in. Don't you go in the fan with it. You stay out, control you. You got to control you, because in the end, that's all you can do is just control you. It just makes you wonder when you can already take what's there, why you got to step off in there bombing and setting it off? Why you got to go do different things there? What is the ultimate end goal? Not to alarm anyone, but the former guy was very buddy-buddy with him and let him in on a lot of different secrets that up until this point, the Russians never knew. So all we can do at this point is put it over in God's hands, who is in control anyway. That's all I do. I focus on God, but I see and watch evil. I observe evil. I see and watch and observe evil. You have to. But evil may be prevalent, but it's not relevant. Let's not make it relevant. Let's make God relevant. Let's sow love as we grow. Let's drive the evil and the hate out from the world to make the world great, because he can bomb and invade and go wherever he want to go and take whatever he want to take. But in the end, when he leave, his appointed day and time is all staying. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. Material things don't mean a thing. Use your life as the gift to lift those around you. That's how we be the change. God bless you as you grow.